Yeah, until one of those birds hit you in the face.
Like Fabio.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember on the roller coaster. Oh
Yeah.
man, that's gotta suck so bad.
Yeah.
Hey, watchers, I'm Nathan, and joining me here is Danny. We're watching whatever. Today we're here with House of the Dragon, Episode 7. So, I don't know how excited I am for this. If you watched Episode 6, you remember me saying that this just feels like a completely new show now where everyone grew up and, it kind of just started all over again as soon as I was starting to get comfortable with the characters. But I am curious as to see what's going to happen. So, we'll watch this and I'll see how I feel about it.
I've seen the show already, and from what I remember, this is one of my favorite episodes. I think we're coming towards the end of the season, so obviously we're gonna start seeing some more. I mean, you know, more threads kind of being pulled at and stuff. Um, yeah, I am excited to see what you say about it afterwards.
Okay. Before we get started here, we'd like to remind everyone on YouTube, please remember to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment. Help us out with the algorithm. And if you want to check us out on Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/watchingwhatever. Watch our full-length reaction and commentary along with us with your own copy of the show, which is available on Max. And for our Patreon viewers, we thank you very much for being here with us today, watching with us, and we really appreciate all of you. So we're going to start the show.
I would ask leave to take my son back to the family seat at Harrenhal.
Oh yeah,
That's right. He killed his brother and dad.
dang! I totally forgot about all this.
Yeah, I forgot
It's been a
about
while.
I forgot about the dad, the guy killing his dad and brother. I forgot about
Right,
her getting cooked up by the dragon.
right.
If her children are illegitimate, right?
Uh
Because
huh.
it was that other dude's, the other dude was a father. She's still a Targaryen. Would that, if people found out, would that take them out of standing for the crown?
I think so. Yeah, it'd kind of be like when people found out that Baratheon's kids weren't his. Then
But that was because they were not Robert's kids.
oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, they're still bastards though. They'd still be considered bastards.
Yeah, but since if she becomes a
Right.
queen, would they
It's
still
true.
be? Oh, he's back.
And his hand again.
You know where I recognize Damon from?
Oh, where?
I didn't watch much of it, but he was Doctor Who. Yeah, I
Uh,
know throughout the show, like they changed the actor.
yeah.
At one point, he was Doctor Who. They should have done it more like the Vikings.
Uh,
Like they
right.
set the boat out into the water and then burn it.
Right. Dude, that's crazy. All those dragons. Yeah, I mean the boat's just. I mean her body's just like right there in front. It's
Yeah, yeah, I
like
know.
it's from the. Yeah, from above it probably looks like oh it's like disappeared into the sea, but for us it's just clunk like right there.
Yeah. This is a pile of coffins on the ocean floor in front.
The little cousins have lost their mother.
Have an equal claim to sympathy.
Jace.
She's been Harrenhal more than Lord Lionel's Sahara.
The kid knows. He absolutely knows.
I mean everybody knows.
We have nothing in common.
She's our sister. You marry her then.
If Mum had only betrothed us.
It's your birthright, lad.
From the old driftmark, it means everyone's dead.
Is he ignoring it too, just to have that connection to a king?
Yeah.
Please don't tell me they're gonna hook up now.
Love this sister.
Retrieve your patron.
They're really lingering on this scene.
It's like portraying all the dynamics and storylines going on, you know?
Yeah.
You should return with us to King's Landing.
Pentos is my home. I need nothing.
Brother.
Viserys is a good dude.
Yeah, no, Viserys isn't a bad person or anything. He's just not a very strong king.
Yeah. He's probably too nice to be a good king.
You have the Night's Watch, Sir Kristen.
Lord Commander.
So this dude feels kind of indebted to Alicent because she didn't she could have had him like executed or whatever, or banished for sleeping with Rhaenyra.
Oh yeah,
So
he
now
would have
they're-
been killed.
Yeah.
Brother!
Get to bed.
Oh, that's right. That's his grandfather. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
She wanted to come home, and he denied her. Lena needed our maesters.
You're looking to place blame
I was just gonna say that.
for an act of the gods.
Mayhaps the gods have scorned us. I gave up the idea of wearing a crown a generation ago. It is you, Lord Husband, who refuses to abandon this pursuit, even now at the cost of our children.
Can't argue with that, huh?
I mean, he wants his family to be kings.
I want Driftmark to pass through Lena's line to Baelor, to true Valarian blood.
You would have me cast an even darker shadow over those little boys than already exist.
You can speak the plain truth as we both know it. Rhaenyra's children are not of your blood.
History does not remember blood. It remembers names.
I mean, do you think he's right?
It's hard to say, because for me, that whole thing about leaving a legacy and stuff is,
But I at least make the effort to maintain appearances.
you know,
You have more to lose.
I'd rather just do my best while I'm alive for myself and for my family than to
We did try.
go through all this craziness to leave behind a legacy.
There was no joy in it. I found that elsewhere. It felt good to be desired. Should have forbidden Sir Harwin from returning to the Riverlands.
Oh, she's actually talking about it with someone.
I do not believe Alicent's capable of cold murder. I believe it of you.
If you're accusing me of some depravity, you'll need to be more specific.
You abandoned me.
I spared you.
And look at what my life became without you. Did you love her?
We were happy enough.
Being happy enough is a great achievement.
I'm no longer a child.
I don't think there's no love there. It's just I don't know what she wants, but her character is very confusing. Oh, is that her Lena's old dragon?
Yeah.
The biggest in the world?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He doesn't have a dragon.
Yeah. You think the dragon is sad because its rider died?
I think so. And he's the one who did it. She commanded him to. Oh, damn. It's obeying him.
It's crazy.
Hey, fellow watchers, don't forget to like and subscribe and check us out on our Patreon. Links are in the description below. And now back to our program.
Dude, that'd be so cool, man.
Yeah, until one of those birds hit you in the face.
Like Fabio.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember on the roller coaster.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's gotta suck so bad.
Yeah. Someone was there to take a picture of it too.
No.
That's messed up, man.
But this would be fun if you gave me a helmet and a seatbelt.
Right.
Someone stole Vhagar. It's him.
It's me.
Vhagar is my mother's dragon.
Your mother's dead.
She was mine to claim.
Then you should have claimed her. Maybe your cousins can find you a pig to ride.
Whoa! Dang! You can jump. Oh.
You will die screaming in flames just as your father did. Bastards. Doesn't know, does he? All strong.
Dang! What is up with these kids? Who's gonna come in and stop him? Oh!
How could you allow such a thing to happen?
Young prince was attacked by his own cousin, Your Grace.
Flesh will heal.
Dang!
The eye is lost, Your Grace.
Accident. The Prince Lucerys brought a blade to the ambush. He meant to kill my son.
The legitimacy of my son's birth was put loudly to question.
Wow.
Called us bastards.
This is the highest of treasons.
Oh my. They're kids.
Where did you hear this lie?
The insult was training yard bluster. Where's Elenor? I wonder the boy's father, entertaining his young squires. No adventure.
Everyone's just
Dang,
talking.
man. Everyone's just talking mad shit.
Yeah.
It was Uggle.
Oh.
Tell me the truth of it!
We know, Father. Everyone.
all the other family members all have white hair except for that.
White hair and they have dark hair and they have light skin.
Criminal infighting must cease!
He's just turning a blind eye.
What would you have me do?
There is a debt to be paid. I shall have one of her son's eyes in return.
She's gangster.
If the king will not seek justice, the queen will. So, Kristen, bring me the eye of Lucerys Velaryon.
Wow.
He can choose which eye to keep, a privilege he did not grant my son.
Wow.
Now listen to me. This matter is finished. Anyone whose tongue dares to question the birth of Princess Rhaenyra's sons should have it removed. Your Grace. Alicent! Alicent!
Where is duty? Where is sacrifice? It's trampled under your pretty foot again.
But now they see you as you are.
She's the queen, but Rhaenyra is a heir.
Do not mourn me, mother. It was a fair exchange. I may have lost an eye, but I gained a dragon.
It's gangster too. Wow. Dang, the sides are drawn right there.
This is so messy.
Yeah.
I've never seen that side of you, my daughter.
Proud of her, man.
Yeah. She needs her husband's favor, right? Because she wants her kids to inherit the throne.
Yeah.
Now go to him. Be penitent. Keep a grip on your passions. And I promise you in time, you and I together will prevail. The boy was right. It's worth 1,000 times the price he paid.
It's crazy, man.
Would you give up your eye for a dragon?
That's a good question. Yes. I mean, basically...
I absolutely would.
Yeah. And especially what Otto is saying is, we're going to need that dragon, you know?
Yep.
Because he knows they're going to have to fight.
You will scar, but the wound will heal.
I did not feel bad for her at all.
Aemond called our sons bastards.
I have failed you, Rhaenyra.
I had hoped to bear your children. A few times we lay together.
I hate the gods for making me as they did.
Sad.
You are an honourable man.
I will raise our sons to be princes of the realm. You deserve better than what I have been. You deserve a husband.
So they have Vagar. Who are the other dragons? Probably Aegon's dragon. Who's the third?
That's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
Oh, maybe the daughter. So the three actual.
Oh, that's right. I forget.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting about the daughter.
Yeah.
A perversion of justice. The young prince defiled.
This fool. I hate this guy.
I kind of like him.
Really?
Yeah.
If it's an I want to balance the scales, I am your servant.
Do it. Say yes.
That will not be necessary.
Ah. Dang it.
The day will doubtless come when I require such a friend, with not only skill but discretion as well.
Yeah, I like him as far as his character, the way he's playing it out, because even though he's done something so repulsive, the fact that he's someone who will get something done.
He killed his dad and his brother.
That's the deplorable part.
Yeah.
Il vor anogri ilo letago. Nihus belzuris, belmura o mai sarome. Nihus drives nyachupsosa hi bilukstau.
But what would happen if you divorced Laenor?
We could not marry unless Leonor were dead.
Oh boy.
I know.
Heard about your exploits in the Stepstones. You're a landless knight. With a lord's taste, there are places across the narrow sea where it doesn't matter what a man's name is, only how much gold he possesses.
I will not be a tyrant.
A tyrant rules only through terror.
You absolutely would.
If you are to be a strong queen, you must cultivate love and respect, yes, but your subjects must fear you.
Why are you in my father's hall?
You have always looked down on me.
Are there no guards?
This will cost Lord Corlys and Princess Rhaenys their only remaining child. And the realm will whisper that I was somehow responsible.
Oh, it's not Laenor. Is it?
Let them whisper.
They will fear what else we might be capable of.
Are they marrying in secret? Because no one else is there. I knew it. So this episode, it was very, how do I say it? So in Korean I would say very tatape, right?
Frustrating.
Frustrating. There we go. That's the word. Very frustrating. Right. The beginning was a little bit slow paced, but then just absolute chaos happened. The whole scene at the funeral with the way things are going around and then with the kids and they're fighting, and then with both the queen and the heir, they're fighting. Just, I mean, it was a mess, right? And quite different from with how Game of Thrones did it, right? Where it was, I mean, you had some internal strife, but there was a lot of externals. Where here it is literally just like a very messy, very uncooperative family.
Right.
You have, so the king's son and his grandsons are fighting along with his nieces who are fighting his sons, and you have both the queen and you have the heir who are also fighting, and I mean, it was so chaotic and crazy and funny at the same time. I gotta say,
like deliberately funny or just
like funny, just like I kind of wanted to laugh at the absurdity of it all. Right? And I do agree with what you said. This was actually a very fun episode to watch.
Yeah.
It was a roller coaster of different feelings and emotions throughout.
Yeah.
And and then you have Rhaenyra, which, like I said, I don't like her character. The way she is just so conniving and plotting, and it's weird because what's the guy's name? Laenor? No. That's the crippled guy.
Larys.
Larys. He's also very conniving too, but for something about him and the way he's doing it, I really like. Versus Rhaenyra doing it, I really don't like. And I think part of that has to do with the beginning of the season, when she was a younger girl, and at first she seemed more honorable and upright. And so I think that switch in character is what really drives me to not like her. Right? And plus, go ahead.
I think like the switch in character is actually the result of of her circumstances, right? Like her friend marrying her dad already probably kind of affected her, and then then her friend having a male heir, and knowing that despite everyone kind of like Viserys made everyone swear their loyalty to her, but she knows now that there are male heirs or male sons of the king beneath her, that she probably felt like that kind of pressure or whatever. And this episode, it all just came to light, right? It's like who the enemies are and who the friends are.
I could understand that, but it just seems such a big leap for how much she changed, right? Even with all that. To me, obviously, I'm not saying that I'm right. That's just how I feel about it.
Right.
Plus, again, there's just something about her as an adult character that I just don't like.
What about Alicent? Because they recast her too as an old. They got a different actress. It seems like her character also changed a lot from from the beginning to now as well. Is she more likable to you?
No, she's not any more likable. I didn't really have any kind of feelings towards her either way. And I still really don't.
Okay.
So, because Alicent, we kind of saw her true nature towards the beginning when she went to basically seduce the king.
Okay.
She played into that part. So, it wasn't such a huge thing for her as an adult, and kind of the way she's playing it out. Plus, it isn't like a huge drastic turn of her character. It's just a progression of her character.
Okay.
So, so that's why I pointed out with Larys, even though he killed his own brother and father, and he's plotting and doing all this almost like a Littlefinger, but yet I really like his character for some reason. I can't stand Rhaenyra. I still really like Daemon. So that's my take on everything. It was just the words I would use, obviously to try not to swear, but it's just an absolute chaos. And it was so frustrating, yet it was so fun and fantastic the way they did it.
Yeah, no, I thought it was great. I think it's interesting that you say that it's like frustrating, because I think obviously that was kind of like deliberately so, but they also gave us a lot of release in this as well. Like Aemon got his dragon finally,
yeah.
right? Rhaenyra and Daemon finally hooked up, and even by the end of the episode, they even got married, right? So there's all these kind of threads that were like hanging, right? And they kind of like they tied up some ends in this episode, you know. And I think that's interesting that like they did a good job of kind of making it frustrating and satisfying at the same time. You know?
Crazy. I'm still pissed at how much of a time jump they did and how crazy they changed things around. Still bothers me just because, again, you know, I lost a bunch of characters that I was used to,
right?
And have to, you know, start over with some of these new characters. But this episode really was enjoyable. So
for sure, yeah, I think
I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I think this is my favorite episode. Like having rewatched it now, I think this is my favorite episode of the show. Like the entire show. There's another couple episodes I think in the next season that are like pretty dope. But I think overall, in terms of like setting up the story, you know, kind of if in the last episode we kind of, you know, like who are all these new people and like why do we care about them and things like that. I think this episode kind of helped kind of really you know, put those characters into our minds, you know? Like, we know Aegon, he's just a drunken kind of, like, you know, this doesn't care, right? He's one of those, like, spoiled rich kids. Right?
He's the weak one in the family. The younger brother is the strong one.
Yeah. And then we see Aemond is, like, he's dope, you know? Like, yeah, like especially that speech when he's like, "It's cool, you know, like don't like it's cool, mom, let it go, you know, like yeah, there was a fair trade. I lost an eye, but we gained a dragon, you know, that's pretty cool." And then Otto's like, "He was right, man."
Yeah,
like, and I think part of the marketing for this show, like I only heard about it after because obviously we're not in America. I had no interest in the show until like after it had already aired like 2 seasons or whatever. But was kind of like, which side are you on? Like greens or blacks? So the high tower, their color is green, right? And so then basically Otto, Alicent, Aegon, Aemond, I forget their daughter's name. And then on the other side there's the Valerians, the Valerians. Is that how you pronounce their name? Yeah, Valerians, Rhaenyra, Daemon, and her kids, right? Lucerys and Jacaerys, I think, right? Yeah, I mean right now, whose side are you on?
I'm on House Hightower.
Hightower.
Because
okay.
I don't want Rhaenyra to win. And I don't, unless her and Daemon end up having a child. Right, because we know the Game of Thrones lore, right? And up till Robert Baratheon, it was always a Valerian on the throne, or a Targaryen.
Right. Targaryen, yeah.
So, Targaryen. So, and her kids are Targaryen, but they're not full Valerian blood. Right. So, unless Daemon and Rhaenyra have another kid, you know, and I think that was kind of smart of how they did it like this too, with them getting married, because now at first I was like, well, I know her kids aren't going to make it, they're not going to be king, whatever, and this and that. But now it's like, okay, well, maybe there's a chance still that one of her kids does become king or queen or whatever. So, but yeah.
So you're trying to figure out like who's gonna win based on like the history that we know, right?
I wasn't trying to figure it out based on history, but just knowing that history, it was already in my mind that, okay, well, I know this can't happen here. Right. So, but you know, now they threw a wrench in that, and so it's still anyone's game.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. So, again, great episode. we're gonna do episode 8 here next time, but before we end the show, before we end this, oh man, I can't speak right now. Before we finish up the video, please again remember to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment. Share your thoughts with us. Tell us about what you thought about with everything going on. Which house are you supporting here? This kind of feels like that whole Twilight thing, right? Team Jacob and Team whatever his name was. I can't remember anyway. But yeah, is there anyone else like me who just does not like Rhaenyra's character? Right? Or I mean, it feels like they kind of wrote it so that people would start to not like her. But I mean, am I wrong? Am I the only one feeling like this? I'd like to know. Right? I'd like to know if I have some people who are kind of my way of thinking and on my side to not like her and to like Larys.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure.
I'm sure there are, but I would be curious to hear about like their thought process with all that. So let us know. And again, for our Patreon viewers, we thank you very much for being here with us, watching along with us, listening to our commentary, our little ramblings, and everything else that goes on. We really appreciate all of you being here and supporting us. So, want to thank you. And with that, we are going to say good night. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.